Okay, boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and do this math paper together today. The top two word problems are more of a review in subtraction, but some of you may not have experienced time yet. So pause my video, make sure you have your pencil ready, and then click play again. Okay, everybody, here we go. The first word problem at the top says John has 32 hearts for the class. 16 are red and the rest are pink. So he wants to know how many are pink. All right. So if we go right in here and we say we have 32 and we know that 16 of them are red. So we want to know what left over is pink. Okay. So we would write our problem nicely stacked, just like this. Okay. You can solve this after. Just go ahead and write it. Okay. Perfect. You can always pause this video if you need more time to stay caught up, or you can go back and play it again. The next word problem says, and our answer, make sure you label it. How many are pink? Perfect. There are 50 purple hearts for the party, and only 20 of them have dots. How many hearts have no dots? So we're going to do the same thing here. We take our total. We have 50 that we know are purple. They're all purple. And we know that only 20 of them have dots. So we want to know what left over have no dots. Let's find out. Total, take away the 20 that have dots, and how many hearts have none. Okay. For our money problems today, the question on each one of these squares is what time is it? Okay. So when you're telling time, the first thing you need to do is look at the hour hand. And the hour hand is the small hand. It is the small one. So we're looking at this one right here. And these two happen to be right on top of each other. Pretty close. So if I look at that little hand and I draw an imaginary line right here, it is at the 1. So I'm going to say it's 1 something. And I know it's 1 something because the minute hand, the long one, is not at the 12. 12 means o'clock. So if this big hand was on the 12 and this hour hand, the little one, was on the 1, I would know it was 1 o'clock. But since that big hand is past the 1 a little bit, then I know it's 1 something. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put my 1 because I know it's 1 something. So this side is for the hour and this side is for the minutes. Okay? And I know that if I start at the 12, every time I get to a number, it's 5 more minutes. Okay? So if I started here and I went here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and back to o'clock. So if I'm looking at my minute hand, the long one, it's only done a hop of 5 minutes. So it's 1:05. And I say oh because there's no tens yet. We're still in the single digits. Okay? So I have 0 tens. I go here and I put 0, 5. Let's make that a little bigger. Perfect. So it's 1:05 or 5 minutes after 1 o'clock. Okay. Let's try this one. What time is it? So the first thing we do again is we look at our hour hand. We draw that imaginary line. Okay. The imaginary line right here Okay, it's in between the 1 and the 2. Okay? So I count this as still 1 o'clock because it's not into the 2 room yet. This would be the 12 room, the 1 room, the 2 room, and this one hasn't gotten to the 2 yet, so it's still 1 something. Okay, so we can go over here again, put our 1, perfect, and now we have to count how many minutes have we gone past 1 o'clock. So this was 1 o'clock, so we're going to count all of our minutes by 5s till we get to that minute hand. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So it's 45 minutes after 1, or 1:45. And it would look like that. Beautiful. Okay, let's take a peek at the last 2 boxes. Okay, first thing we do is look at that hour hand, the little one. Draw that imaginary line with your pencil or your eye, kind of go across, and it's past the 2, but it's not to the 3 yet, so it's going to be 2 something. It's still in the 2 o'clock room. Okay, so I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put my 2. Make this one a little bigger. Perfect. Now we're going to count how many minutes after 2. So we're going to get to the minute hand, but we start at the 12 and we count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. So it's 2:15. And we put in our 15. Okay. Perfect. All right. So on this one again, go ahead and look at the hour hand first. Always the little one first. Okay. This one is between the 2 and the 3 as well. Okay. Between the 2 and the 3, not to the 3 yet, so it's still 2 something. So we can go ahead and put our 2. Okay. And then we count our minutes. Okay. Starting at the 12, count by 5s all the way to this minute hand. And it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So the time is 2:35. Beautiful. Okay. So that's a quick little introduction to telling time. Okay. And we'll be doing a lot more really soon. Okay. Nice work, second graders.